When daily tasks become too painful, it's time for change. Let our pain management and wellness practice, Valentine Integrative Health, elevate your quality of life and ease your discomfort. Visit us at ValentineIntegrativeHealth.com and start your journey to a fuller life.
Is that delicious beverage?
Duh.
Preparing students to demonstrate mastery of math state standards can feel like a dull, unending cycle of equations and practice problems. Unengaged, frustrated students can weigh on teacher confidence and lead to uncertainty about overall achievement. Two Ivy League-trained engineers observed this struggle and created a way to transform how students learn the fundamentals of math. Through the innovative Accoletics math program, EDA has helped more than 400,000 students achieve success on state-administered math tests and transformed the academic strategies and performance of schools nationwide. Accoletics' uniquely designed supplemental materials and tools are well aligned to your state standards and provide a clear path to exceed state proficiency standards. Through ongoing professional development, you will uncover common challenges and activate solutions that promise to improve student achievement in your school. By partnering with EDA and choosing Accoletics, you can start to see an unprecedented return on your investment in as little as one school year. Don't procrastinate on giving your teachers the tools to help students achieve their highest math potential. To learn how you can dramatically improve classroom instruction and learning, test scores, and student confidence, call, email, or visit Accoletics online today.
And welcome to the show. That's right, the show everybody's talking about. Okay, nobody's talking about.
Move over just a scooch.
I can't. Actually, I cannot.
Oh, you can't. Okay, all right.
I actually cannot.
Oh, okay.
I'll move this over. How about that?
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Welcome to the show. We're so glad you're here. We had, first of all, I want to thank everybody who came out. Look at this. I got it typed up. I want to thank everybody who came out to our live event at the Commentary last Thursday. We really had a great time, and we'll announce soon when the premiere of the podcast will be played, okay? It was a live event, but it was live to tape, and so we're editing it now. Our team of editors putting it together. It's a very exciting show. If you weren't there live, it's very exciting, so we want to thank all those who came by, and of course, everybody involved, including Chef Fran, Flo Wine, and Marcus Johnson, Chima Eats, Tika Pre Tequila, April Watts, Wisdom Martin, Marine Ume, Global Moves Entertainment and Grander Brand, Miss Petite USA, and Alicia Smith, and Trustworthy Staffing, our gold sponsor for the event. Yes, I said Marcus Johnson. Maybe you're not paying attention.
I'm sorry. I was trying to put it on my thing too.
Well, somebody who was with us in spirit, but he couldn't make it because he had another hot gig, Carl with the K. And so, Carl, we had a great time. We missed you. We did miss you, Carl. We were
I owe you guys an apology. I was on Friday. I was doing some emails, and I saw the email I was supposed to send to you in my draft. I was like, oh no.
Well, Carl, you're busy. You're conquering the world with your trivia.
Trying to that and music bingo. So I got two things going on a
Music
lot now.
bingo.
Yes, sir. Bingo
that's
with the
dope.
beat. Bingo with the beat. Had a nice event on Sunday. Went very well. My first one. I've been doing it at a couple of different spots. I've incorporated in my with the black trivia as well.
Look at
So
you,
it's like
girls,
I'll play a
doing
song.
it.
So
We it was funny because when we were on vacation this year, we played music bingo, and one of the questions was like, I mean, one of the categories, what was it? The one, and Carl, we were killing it because we were one of the only little brown families in the
We
joint.
black.
Every
black.
song we were like, yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire for
We got
20.
you. Right. So that is so much fun.
oh,
So
okay.
much
So you
fun.
know, the original name of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No.
Oh.
I guess we're not. Oh, dang, baby, bragged on us.
No, I'm
Uh,
saying Earth, Wind, and Fire. We just right.
Salty Peppers.
Oh no, that was a
Salty
terrible name.
Peppers.
Salty Peppers.
Maurice White had the name. Their name was the Salty Peppers, and then they changed the name in regards to his zodiac, and he got more into the that mystical type of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I got one for you. Do you know
Okay.
what producer produced a few of their biggest hits?
Skip Scarborough.
Skip Scarborough, but this producer is probably more known in the general market.
Oh,
Clive
Quincy?
Davis.
Not Clive Davis.
Oh.
Good guess.
Quincy.
David Foster.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I think David Foster produced September. He produced a lot of the mega hits. When you think about it, you can hear. You know, he also produced Chicago. So you listen to Chicago music and the horns and Earth, Wind, and Fire. You're kind of like, oh wow, they could have been some, you know.
Well, they've toured together.
Yeah, because September, actually, you could hear Chicago doing September if you think about Peter Cetera. But anyway,
Okay.
I digress.
He's coming for your job, Carl. What do you have
I think the man is busy enough. Congrats
Okay.
on the new gig.
So thank you so much, sir. Appreciate
Not
it.
a problem. Not a problem. All right, we're going to start something with a little bit different type of trivia. Sometimes I was like, oh, I haven't touched on this subject. A comic strip.
Oh, comic strips. Now, I'm curious, Allison, were you a comic strip person?
Different kind of comics, like Archie.
Yeah. Well, this is that realm.
No,
These are
babe,
the
I think that
strips.
generation, that's what we
Yeah.
were.
Okay, yeah.
The comic strips were the comic strips.
Right.
Right. This one is, what was the name of the first syndicated comic strip with an integrated cast of characters? It was created by Maury Turner, so I'm not even going to have you guess who created it.
Wow.
Was it called Mike and Friends, We Pals, or The Rascals?
I don't have it.
I think it's We Pals.
Very good. It is We
Oh.
Pals. It is We Pals.
That's powerful.
That's-
That you know what? You know why that's powerful? It's just putting it out there and then sort of normalizing diversity.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's-
Yeah. So that's a powerful tool.
And sure, I think I got to look it up. I don't know if it was before. I'm almost sure it was after, or Franklin was introduced after this came out. Franklin was introduced in Charlie Brown.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
know.
and that he got hate mail because of that.
Yeah, but he said, if you change it, I won't do it anymore. So Charles stuck to his guns.
Yep.
I
But
love it.
actually, it debuted in 1965 and it ended in 2014. We Pals.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting. Now, have you ever seen We Pals?
No, but I'm familiar with the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I remember it because I had one little guy who always had a military. He is a militant.
I got to look it up. We Pals.
We Pals.
Yeah.
Next up, a little bit of sports. We're going into October. So, Bob Watson became the first Black Major League general manager to win a World Series while running what team? Was that the New York Yankees, the Toronto Blue Jays, or the LA Dodgers?
Again, I defer to you.
That's a tough one. I'm going to say it's between Toronto and LA. I'm going to have to say Toronto.
It is actually New York. Those hated
okay.
Stankies.
New York. Okay. That's shocking to me.
It was in 1996, I think it was. Let me check again. Make sure.
Wow.
96.
But yeah, he was the general man. 1996.
Okay.
He was the general manager, and
I'm amazed.
oh wow, I skipped. Oh, I copied the same question twice.
Bonus. So can you ask again? The Yankees.
So today I only have two for you. I'm sorry.
The That's okay.
It's one of those days. But you did learn that the Salty Peppers is what Earth, Wind, and Fire was originally
Oh my
called.
God! Thank God they didn't come out as the Salty Peppers.
That sounds like a.
But okay, here's a follow-up to that. What movie debuted Earth, Wind, and Fire on their soundtrack? And I'll give you a couple. Was it Shaft, Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song, or The Watermelon Man?
In years, we just talked about the Watermelon. I'll say the Watermelon Man. We also talked about
Sweetback. Yeah, Sweetback.
Sweetback.
Okay.
It is Sweetback. Sweetback. And in fact, before he passed away, Maurice White was joking about the fact that that check is still bouncing.
Oh, dang. Yeah. That one didn't make as much money as the others.
The movie did well. The movie did very well.
Yeah.
Because remember, that was one of the first blaxploitation movies. So we had never seen anybody on screen going up against the man at that time. We're talking 1971, I think. Right.
Or nude women black breast on TV too. That was a weird movie.
And his secret weapon of choice when he had to battle.
Yeah.
I can't say that on the air.
Yeah.
That's right. We run a tight show here, Carl.
Those are fun, Carl. As always.
Carl, where are you tonight?
Tonight I am in Arundel Mills, TGI Fridays. I'll be there at 7 to about 7 to 9.
I love it.
And then back at it at Hook and Reel. I got to make a whole little commercial for you, like your opening has.
Yeah.
So Carl, ask either one if we could do it live from there one night.
Definitely. Okay, I'll check with both of them.
We'll do it and pack it up and do it from there, and then segue right into your game. Allison, you just have to wrap it up because she has to get on this side. But by that time, you get home by 8, babe.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Carl. Appreciate you, my friend.
Appreciate you, Todd. You guys have a great day. Thank you.
Carl with a K. Carl with a K. Isn't it funny, babe? So now this feels like a normal. I think streaming was when we first started. Probably seemed like so new. And that doesn't it feel like it's like a thing now? So many people are streaming now. So many.
I'm telling you, we for the company that my parent company, we have a new boss. CEO.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And he came in and did the tour with the stations. Why is this cutting off? I wonder. Weird tour with the stations, and that's what he was talking about. He says, you guys know how to do TV. You already do TV. Guess what's next? It's streaming. And when you think about it, it is so true. Like with the smart TVs and the Roku TVs and all that.
Yeah.
All it is these apps. So the goal is to get your app on these streaming platforms, and that's it. That's where it is. So I think we're on the verge of like a new form of communication, which is exciting.
It's here.
Like our parents were like, my mom used to talk about listening to old time radio, and then it changed to TV. You know what I mean? We're on the verge of that. So
I was trying to watch us on. Shout out to those who are on Instagram. Okay, so we got 4 on Instagram. I just want to say hello. For some reason I can't get it on my phone, guys. So what's up, Instagram crew? I'm just going to say what's up right now. Because
we have to, in the days that are not Wednesday, we have to really work on connectivity, because my people on my Facebook page, they're not.
So what happened?
To.
What happened?
It's hard for me to share it. So let's see.
Did you have the link? Okay, there it is.
Yeah, but that's on this website. It's not on my Allison.
Did
Allison
you copy
Seymour TV.
So you copied it?
It's not on there, but it's okay.
No, I'm saying, so copy it and then switch and then put it on there.
Okay.
Go ahead. We'll wait.
I don't think that we want to wait.
Go ahead. We'll wait.
Nobody likes dead air.
It's okay. I can help out. I got a story to tell anyway. You can do it. I'm telling the story. Go ahead. You can focus on that. I'll talk about the story. So
I don't think I know how to do it.
With the I'll do it then.
You gonna do it and tell the story?
Yeah, I'll do it while I tell the story. So with the what's going on with Diddy? We call him Diddy. I thought about a story, babe. I think I told you this before. I don't know if I said this on air before. Was that so? I went to a conference. I was probably like 20, my first year out of college. And God, you always call me the luckiest guy in the world.
Yes.
It's like a joke, but you're serious.
Yes.
And what I'm lucky, I think the things that I've been lucky about is, of course, meeting this amazing woman and marrying her and having these beautiful kids, healthy kids, and having this career. but also, what do they say? God protects babies and fools, something like that.
Yes.
Because so first conference in LA. So we talk about Diddy and we talk about the inappropriateness of the industry. I just wanted to point out that it's the industry. You know what I mean? Not TV's got its thing, but Radio and Records, which Radio and Records was a trade magazine. Radio and Records is long time been known to be wow, baby, the wild west.
This is good. Tell your radio story.
Right. And so it's not shocking. That's why I hear people say now, why do people just stand by and let this happen and not say nothing? Because it's a part of the industry and has been, just like Hollywood, forever. And when people are doing dirt and doing wild stuff and doing drugs and sex and rock and roll, nobody's really talking about it. So, you know what I mean? You go to a party and in the back, they're doing some craziness. Nobody ever comes out and tells the world, hey, you know what? I went to this party at Puffy's house and I didn't stay, but in the back, I saw some craziness and talk about it. You just didn't, you know? It was like, so when I look back on it, Russell Simmons was a madman when he was at Def Jam. I'm talking about, this is the 80s and 90s. I'm in my 20s. When I say madman, the goal is to get your records played. So everybody that worked for Russell Simmons, what you did not want to do is tell him that so-and-so station in so-and-so city is not on the new record you want played. Because he's going to cuss you out. He's going to yell at you. It was a part of it, right? And also, that was a part of the business. So this story I'm telling you is, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, and I'm going to my first conference. My first big conference. This conference is in Los Angeles. First time that I've been to Los Angeles since I met my father when I was 8 years old. So I'm coming out there, babe. I'm at this small AM station. Now, the first thing that was funny was this young lady that worked at Radioscope, who was, you know, she's in the business. She knows all the stars. We talk every week because Radioscope is one of the shows that we play all the time. And so I'm coming out there, babe, and I don't have no money. Okay, I don't have much money. And how it works was the record companies had paid for my room and they had paid for my airfare, which some say, is that payola? It could be. They paid for it, but they didn't ask me to do anything. They just took care of it, right? So I arrive. Now, what did I find out when I arrived, babe? That my radio station was over. So the record companies and the people that paid for it, my whole situation,
they gain nothing because you can't play.
They gain nothing. So since they gain nothing, I'm pretty much nothing.
You're useless
at this point. So I'm in LA. What happened was I arrived at LA. I'm in the hotel lobby. Then I get the news. Record reps coming in. You know, your station closed. You know, your station closed. You know, your station closed. My people from the station came. Our station closed. Our station closed. So I'm just like, what am I going to do? So this young lady from Radioscope, who was very attractive, she's like, well, and again, I'm 21. So now looking back, I'm a kid. I really am a kid.
Yeah.
But you know, so I'm like, so the fine lady from Radioscope's like, Mark, you can stay with me. What? I can stay with you? Now I'm, you know, so you know how guys are like, okay, I can stay. Is she saying I can stay with her? Like, because she likes me?
Right.
Or she's saying I can stay with me because, so anyway, I stay with her. Go to her place, puts me on the couch, right? So puts me on the couch, and then, so now I'm at the conference, walking around the conference, not staying at the hotel, didn't pay for the conference, I'm just at the conference. And in the bar area, I'm just hanging out all day. I'm noticing these women who are scantily clad at the bar. I've never witnessed a prostitute before. I don't know nothing about the game.
He's from small town
America. I don't know nothing about the game. Small town America. I don't know about the game. So ironically, I run into MC Hammer's brother, Louis Burrell, who I was one of the
LB Hammer.
I was one of the early supporters of Louis Burrell. In fact, I was one of the last conference I went to, which was in Atlanta. We hung out, and nobody was hanging out with them. So they was hanging out with the little guy from who worked at the small station in Alabama, because nobody else cares about them.
Montrose says he knows the story.
He knows the story. And so that's right. Montrose is my college friend. So I see him and Louis Burrell. Now the last time I saw Louis Burrell, MC Hammer didn't have any hits and he was nobody. This time he was the man getting ready to tour Japan.
Okay.
So now Louis Burrell got on some glasses. What are the glasses?
Gazelles.
Gazelle. Go ahead, baby. You know, had the gazelles on, had the Jerry curl wet to death. Jerry curl wet. Him and his man, both of them. Jerry curls activated. He sees me. He's like this. What's up, brother? What's up? He put something in my hand, babe. I'm broke and not even in the conference. Here you go.
What is it?
It was a knot.
Wow.
It was a knot. I was like,
I wish somebody who put a knot in my hand.
Babe, I was so nervous because does this payola?
Did you know you didn't have a radio station?
He said, thanks, bro. I just want to thank you for all you've done, man. Thank you, bro.
It was a gift.
I was like, So I finally got to a space with
How much was it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Babe, this is 9. I'm 21.
Oh my God.
So have I ever seen $500 in my life? My check every 2 weeks in Huntsville was $400.
Yeah, you were grateful.
I was like, I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm rich. So.
And then here come the feds.
No. So now it's about 5 in the afternoon and they make the announcement. The bus is leaving.
Where's it going?
I have no idea. Everybody else had been hanging out, drinking, and mingling with those fine, scantily clad women in the bar that I just thought, boy, they are not dressed up at all. Their boobs are hanging out and everything. Babe, the bus.
When you're more worldly than your husband.
The bus goes, the bus leaves. Yeah. They're like, everybody's like, hurry up. And I, me, I'm like, what, where's the bus going? I'm trying to find.
It's
babe,
going to the bunny
babe,
ranch.
where's the bus going? Where is the bus going?
Yeah.
So where the bus was going to was a mansion in the hills where all the drink, all the coke, and all the prostitutes you could ever want in your life.
Yeah.
So I tell my story because I was like you said, God,
so you did not get on the bus?
I did not get on the bus. I missed the bus.
Right.
I did not get the coke. I did not get the honeys. I did not get the alcohol. And I did not get any drama that comes with it because, again, that's the thing about the Diddy parties. This is a part of it. So Diddy, back then it was so-and-so. And then it became Diddy. You know what I mean? There's always a guy in entertainment who threw those parties that who knows what. Is that a donkey? I mean, so much going on. This is not Diddy, just like Epstein and all those. These things go on. This is a part of it, sadly. And so when it gets exposed, it gets blown up because people are like, because regular 9-to-5ers, that's not usually their lifestyle, right? I was just talking to a friend the other day and I was asking him when I worked in St. Louis, there were DJs who were in their 60s, moving towards their 70s, who were still on a Friday night having sex with people in the car, outside on the trunk of their car and drinking and stuff. And I was just like asking my friend that.
In their 60s?
In their 60s and moving to the 70s.
That's impressive.
Hey. No, but yeah, I mean, so you're like, damn, what is going on? But that was the industry.
Yeah.
So the Diddy stuff, every day more stuff comes out. It's terrible. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. But sadly, it is a part of the industry and has been forever.
If you choose to make it, or you can be like Mark Clark and you don't get on the bus.
Well, and what a blessing, because again, I could have got turned out at the mansion. Drugs, coke, a kid like me who never was exposed to any of this. Now I'm a program director, so the record company is going to give me whatever I want. And that's the thing people don't understand. Even though it was Huntsville, Alabama, it was a record. I reported to magazines that there was value there. You know what I mean? And as I look back, I'm 58 years old. When I look around, babe, I see guys in our industry dropping like flies. Why? A lot of them had coke habits. A lot of them were hard drinkers. So now you're getting near 60, had high blood pressure. Like I mentioned, the guys in St. Louis, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, diabetic, and then drop dead, heart attack, boom, boom, boom. Why? Because of lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
Latest on Diddy, just to wrap this up, is more than 100 people. This is Forbes magazine. More than 100 people could accuse him of sexual abuse in new lawsuits.
Including a 9-year-old.
Including the case of a 9-year-old.
9-year-old kid.
9-year-old kid. So,
Very
it might happen, but brother, I feel like you're going down for this. And Wendy Williams, I don't know her state, like what she's doing, where she's at right now, but she came out. A lot of people were like, "Yeah, Wendy was right. Wendy owes an apology." She came out and just said it's about time. So, yeah. All right. Man, news is happening fast. Lots of
We got
like losing people. America's Dad.
You don't do the death. You don't do the death yet. I actually have a video for that.
All right.
Let's we'll talk. Did you get it? I
Let
fell
me
asleep on you last night on the debate. Did you
Mhm.
watch it?
I watched a great deal of the debate, and my thoughts were basically I was ready for, because everything has been so wacky, you know, all they're eating the pets and all this, and the cat lady comments from that it's kind of morphed into this cartoonish thing
Yeah.
with JD Vance. To be honest, I felt like his debate, he's a lawyer, his debate performance I felt like was more fluid than I expected it to be. And just on paper, I was actually surprised that Governor Walz polled as high as he did, because it seemed like, you know, it's almost like you take a guy, you know, who's this like down to earth sort of governor from a, you know, a huge state. He's a governor. This guy is no rookie in politics, but just seemed like wasn't necessarily as fluid. But what I liked is that a lot of it was very civil. There were times when they, you know, I actually agree with you on this, and I actually agree with you on this. I felt like there was a stumble because apparently Governor Walz had said that he was either witnessed what happened in Tiananmen Square all those years ago, but he actually wasn't necessarily there. So he had to walk those comments back, which always make you look a little bit like whatever. But an interesting Malcolm Gladwell came out years ago with Revisionist History. I recommend this podcast highly, where it's called This Memory. Your brain fills in these events. So in his mind, perhaps he really thought he was there, although he was in wherever he was, Hong Kong or wherever. But in his mind, I was there at the same time, and now I'm there seeing this happen in Tiananmen Square. So anyway, I think he got momentum later. I think at first it's scary. Like you're up there, it's just, you're in this national stage. You know how high the stakes are. You'll be the second in command, and your bosses. All I can imagine was Trump and Harris at home, like, do not mess this up. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of pressure. But I thought it was a very civil debate, and
I thought he stayed on brand. I didn't have a problem because I think he stayed on brand. He was who we thought he was. He had that one mess up, but he also, your man who was definitely more, more savvy, but you're more savvy trying to defend some BS. So
and definitely they did some fact checking.
Lying, and
exactly
when he asked about so let me ask you about do you really think he won? He couldn't answer it.
Yeah, he couldn't. So those are the things, when you're voting, to really pay attention to, because you're right. In a nice slick package. What is it? We're not, nobody's telling you how to vote. You do what you want to do. But
he called Trump Hitler. So that's crazy.
Kind of walk back those statements. In his way. So anyway.
Then also you realize, like you say, it is the vice presidency. So I mean, he did better than his boss. So you got that going for him.
So
he did better than his boss.
Because what they're saying though is, like, be clear, when you vote for the ticket, you're also voting for when you vote for Trump, in this case, you're also voting for JD Vance. And I think that what I'm saying is, I think a lot of people who might have been like I remember Trump saying, "Oh, they're not calling me weird. They're calling JD weird. He's weird. They're not calling me weird." So, he was looking, he looked pretty, whatever. But so we'll see. It's like only 30 something days until the election. So are you registered to vote?
Is it really that? Wait a minute. Is that
soon?
Are
you registered to vote?
I'm excited because I think our girls are excited about actually voting this time. I think this is the most excitement I've felt from them. They have issues. They have things they want to fight for. So
Election day is Tuesday, November 5th.
And I'm glad to see that they are, getting involved, because that's the thing. Sometimes there's a lot of young people who are not.
Oh, yeah.
And almost, that kind of conversation, well, I don't do it because I don't think it works, or this and that. And it's like, but, hey, I can't be mad because I was one of those people at one point, if I'm honest.
Been watching my guilty pleasure. We've been binging the Menendez brothers on Netflix. I really wish it was connected to to my people so I could see what people are talking about as far as
Still didn't get connected.
as far
Let me try
as
it, man.
the
You
Menendez
talking. I try to
brothers.
do it.
I don't want to do. We can make it for next week, babe, because I don't want to.
Well, we can get them in on this.
Aldi's. I gotta go to Aldi and get some food.
Oh, that's right. You want to get out quick. Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting now. So the Menendez brothers, and taking a look, the Menendez brothers do not like this portrayal because there, some sensational aspects to it. But it's interesting. I'm interested to see what happens because it definitely clearly also paints them as sympathetic characters. So,
yeah,
although what they did was, of course, very horrifying. If you're not familiar with the case, the Menendez brothers out in Beverly Hills killed their parents, but the reasons why are very interesting. It's not just black and white, right?
I mean, if your parents molest you, then they deserve to die. Let's just keep it real. I mean, when you say don't most people feel that way?
Well, you would think so.
Do you think that
they're in jail? They've been in jail for 30-some years. So
we agree on that, though, don't we?
We knew 12 people who didn't think so, but they weren't actually.
Yeah, they didn't get a fair.
Yeah, so we'll see what.
And happens. It's weird because they didn't get a fair trial, though they're rich. But it was like, was that because their parents? You know what I mean? It was very interesting. Oh, the O.J. Simpson trial.
Give a damn who you are.
Okay.
So and then, so baby, actually, you have to go. So. You mentioned celebrity deaths?
Well, I want to first say happy birthday, Jimmy Carter. He's the only president to make it to 100 years old, celebrating 100 years yesterday.
Wow.
He said he was hanging on for the November election so that he could cast his ballot.
Come on, Jimmy, hold on now.
It's just amazing. Like when I think about Jimmy Carter, I really feel like he was the first president I remember. And I feel like I remember his commercials on TV, but in my mind, I played it different. In my mind, he said, "My name is Jimmy and I want to be your president." But I've looked back now and it's actually, not that way. But I remember his lore being, I'm a peanut farmer, painting himself in this kind of way. My man was brilliant.
My brother
graduated from
Jimmy Carter,
the Naval Academy.
That's my first impression, by the way. First presidential impression.
Is that right?
Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, my brother Billy.
That's the first one I remember. So a life well served with Habitat for Humanity and love for his wife who preceded him in death. So happy birthday, Mr. President.
Actress Maggie Smith, we lost her. Mm-hmm. Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
We lost him. Broadway actor Gavin Creel.
Younger than this whole group we're talking about.
Then, of course, like you said, Bill Cosby was America's dad. John Amos was America's dad.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Amos fared better.
I do too.
Also, let me tell you something. Did you watch Roots when it was on?
Oh, yeah.
The original Roots?
Yes, I did.
Let me tell you something. In our little small house in Springfield, Illinois.
Did anybody not watch Roots?
When they pulled that axe out to cut his foot off, Kunta Kinte's foot.
Yeah.
And they brought it up, I ran through. Now, first of all, the house is small. When I say I ran through the house, it was 2 rooms.
Yeah.
I was like, no! I ran through the house, babe.
You remember the choice they gave him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cut off your private parts. Or now, why would you perverted MF?
It started back then. That's what that hatred. And I also the Kunta Kinte line, of course, is what's that shining on your head? Sun fiddler. Remember that?
Yeah, it makes me sad.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Slavery.
Wait a minute. Joseph Lovelady. Oh my God. Joseph Lovelady, childhood friend. I don't know what happened. Joseph Lovelady voted for Trump the first time out. That's my brother. I love Joe. And Joe, so it got to the point. So Joe, I'm curious. I got to call you to find out what happened because it got to the point where Joe and I had this great moment as friends.
Okay.
I would post something about whoever, and Joe would be like, Team Trump. Mm-hmm. And I was like, look, man, I don't mind if you say Team Trump, but you have to engage. You have to say why. You have to say, because Joe got offended when I blocked him, I think.
Oh,
and so we talked about it, and he was like, okay, I got it. And that was it. So, I mean, that's my man there. That's my man right there. But interesting, Joe, I got to find out what's going on. So we said America's dad. Some say Bill Cosby. Some say John Amos. We lost him, but let's remember him, babe. I haven't seen you. I don't think you've seen one of these scenes.
I don't give a damn who you are. This is America, Jack. Now you say one more word about Lisa here, and I'm gonna break my foot off in your royal ass.
Mr. McDowell.
What is it?
Sir, I was wondering, did you happen to catch the professional football contest on television last night?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was most exhilarating. The Giants of New York took on the Packers of Green Bay. And in the end, the Giants triumphed by kicking an oblong ball made of pigskin to a big H. It was a most ripping victory.
Son, I'm just gonna tell you this one time.
Yes, sir.
You want to keep working here. Stay off the drugs.
Yes, sir.
Biggie Smalls. Your mama still working in them $10 houses?
Some other time. Some other time. One of these days, I'm going to climb all over you.
It take more guts than you got, Biggie. You got to bring ass to get ass.
You're colorful, Mac. Dumb, old-fashioned, and out of style, but colorful.
Biggie, you out your territory. And I don't like it when people come into my town without paying their respect.
Well, we no longer consider this town as out of our territory.
Watch your mouth, son.
In fact, I brought you a message from the boys in Kentucky and Alabama. They say you're running this town like a sissy, and they think you ought to consider retiring. We're ready to talk a deal.
Deal? Listen, Mississippi and Louisiana belong to me and my boys, and you be one dead sucker along with all the rest of these young college clowns if you try that expansion stuff on us.
You know how things are nowadays with the gambling and sporting life in the Black Belt. There's no need for two of us.
You got that right, Biggie.
Now, Mac, I wouldn't like to see no violence.
You ain't gonna have to. I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing, ever. Meantime, while you're a guest in my town, if you and your boys looking for some action, we betting on Farnsworth. If you all like 40th Street Black, I'll cover everything you got, sucker.
My money's on.
I know you did not
Mac.
play nothing from Good Times.
Oh, it might be something different.
That's okay. Man, I also don't know why he passed away in August, and we're just finding out now. It's very interesting.
He passed away in August.
Mhm.
I just found out right now.
The whole world, the news just
Oh,
broke.
my
Yeah,
God. I didn't
so
know that, babe.
lots of
Family drama was going on.
family drama. So
Well, babe, you got to go.
no, go ahead. Let's
That's
wrap
it.
it up.
That's it. So, two stories that nobody cares about. Hoda Cobb is leaving NBC.
And you know how I know you don't care about it?
How do you know? How do I know?
Because her name is Cotby.
What's her name?
Cotby.
Oh, is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's an Egyptian person.
Her name is Hoda Kotb. I never heard it said that way. We say black people say Hoda Cobb. Hoda Cobb.
I was surprised about that. I'm interested to see
the Cobb.
what's she gonna be doing. So.
Legacy admissions banned in California, following the lead of Maryland, Illinois, Colorado, and Virginia.
Okay.
So you no longer, just because your mama and daddy went to so-and-so, you get in, that's over.
So that after the affirmative action ruling from the Supreme Court with college admissions, a lot of people are like, well, what about the legacy, so-and-so, whatever.
Haters.
So that's answering.
Haters.
No, those were people who were saying, don't act like, folks just be getting in here because they get in here because their parents cut a check.
Well, here's the one
or
that gets
whatever.
you.
So
here's the one to get you. Guess who's complaining?
Yeah.
Guess who's complaining now?
Who is?
The Asian group that pushed the affirmative action ban.
Mm-hmm.
They're complaining because they say the number of Asian students is dropping. Yes, it is. Hello, that was that. Hello, duh. Yes, you're non-white Asians. You benefited from this.
Clip. Radio host Mark Clark calls out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going on?
But I think that I think that speaks to a lot of populations. They're like
ignorance of how it works.
We don't want government assistance.
Yes.
Until there's a flood that takes your home away in Kentucky, and now you want government assistance.
Leave my insurance alone. It ain't your insurance when you got a job.
Yeah.
Because you got insurance through the job. There's a lot of people who don't understand how this thing works. And even
but here's what I think, because people want it to be fair. And listen, hear me out.
Right.
People want it to be fair. It should be, I have a 4.0. And So I'm going to speak for the Black population. We're 13% or whatever we are. I have a 4.0. I scored a perfect score in the ACT and the SAT. I'm involved, but the numbers are against you. The odds are against you by the sheer number of the majority and you being a member of a minority member. So you want it to be fair.
Yes, and bias.
But it's just on paper, it can't be fair. So this and bias, of course.
And bias.
Of course,
people are biased. So because here's the right, I'll let you go, babe. Because we talk about fairness, and I think, hey, hello, wake up. Life's not fair. My high school in Springfield finally awarded
after all these years.
And Tracy Mears should have been the #1 student. Now, why? What would make her not get that? So let's talk about fairness. If her grade point average and her grade and her everything else was higher than the person that they wanted to share it with, why would that even be a conversation? Because people's feelings and people's bias comes into play. And it's like
people don't want to see the establishment fall. And that's the supremacy. They don't want to see
and don't even know it. Don't even know why.
Away. You talk about fair. The Justice Department has just now launched, I want you to hear me, the first federal review of the 1921 Tulsa race and massacre. In 1921,
what are we talking about?
What
are we talking about?
The only reason why I think it might not come back in that favor, because where did these planes come from that dropped these bombs? Like who is compliant in this? And so to say, yes, the government had or law enforcement or whatever had any hand in it, that's really damning.
All of it. Like
so when you talk about fair, they just launched
Fugitive Slave Act. You escaped to slavery, allowed them to come and take your butt right back over the line into slavery. That was the government.
Look, you have a piece of paper.
Right, yeah, manumission.
A piece of paper that says you're free. Let me hold this let me read it. Okay, burn.
No, you don't. Now you don't have it. Okay, come with me.
Yeah, so but the Department of Justice just launched its first federal probe into it. So there are still survivors of this. Remarkably, this is in 1921. Talk about Jimmy Carter holding on to vote in the November election. I feel like these folks are holding on just to see a little bit of justice.
Well, after they denied some money because of it. So, okay, babe, go ahead. We'll see you soon. Have a great one. Appreciate you, everybody. If you're watching this in real time, if you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, it's the Allison and Marc podcast. We appreciate you. And we are a married couple, married in media, and we both work in media. And we will see you next week.
Love ya.
Okay. And Allison's going to get a spanking.